Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're all what you getting in. Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to the Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, it's a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
Let's go! It's been a while, but I'm back again. Y'all know who I am. I'm your friend, your friendly neighborhood Knoxxer, Mike Knoxxx. People, welcome back to the shows the pros, icons, and ayatollahs and rock and rollers listen to, including you, the $1 Million audience, as I am the $1 Million host, and together like the mega power, we tag in and out to form the $1 Million Connection. People, welcome to the show that's about you, the intelligent wrestling fan. And before I go any further, as always, let me go ahead and pay some Barry Horowitz. That's a pound in the back, not to me, but to my man, to my icon that holds me down. Going on almost 10 years, my man 305 King Vaughn Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast. Check him out, holding me down backstage on the Twitter. So you got something to say? Get in where you're fitting. And also on this program, please comment below and let us know how you feel. So today, what's going on, Jeffrey? Yes, it feels good to be back. I'm still a little getting my machismo, if you will, back together. But I'm here. People, that's what I talk about. All right? There's a lot of stuff to talk about in the rest of the world. So we're going to have the week in wrestling. We're going to talk about the art, people. Not martial arts, but that's an art. Not a painting, that's art. The art of storytelling is what we are. It's what we do. It's the foundation of professional wrestling and sports entertainment. I don't care if you like the WWE, if you like New Japan Pro Wrestling. It doesn't exist without storytelling. Now, what stories do you like? Hey, some people like DC flicks, some people like Marvel flicks, some people like Apple, some people like Android. There's always something for somebody, and there's always going to be a funny lady who don't know nothing about what you're talking about, because I'm going with all of them. I'm going with Marvel, I'm going with DC, I'm going with Apple, I'm going with Android, although I'm an Apple guy. Okay? I'm going with PlayStation, and I'm going with Xbox, although I'm an Xbox guy. But I would be remiss to not put myself involved into all the things that are involved in this world to be capitalized upon. Capitalism, that is professional wrestling. Capitalism, people. And we're going to talk about the art of storytelling today. And we're going to have, this a oldie, as they would say, Vaughn, right? It's a oldie but a goodie. Going back to the Wrestling Summit days, okay? Because the Wrestling Summit page turned into the Mike Knoxxx Show because, well, shit, I am the proprietor of all this shit, right? I am the king of all Asave, but I'm not Joffrey Ja. I'm Mike Knoxxx with 3 X's. You already know why I'm hardcore. Ja, continue. Nepotism, I believe in that too. I believe in nepotism, okay? If I make it in this wrestling world anyway, in fashion or radio, and one of my children want to be involved, they will have a job. It's called nepotism. It worked for Mike Golick and his son, so that's all I'm going to say. Wrestling is storyline and bum the dirt sheets. Grand Body P. Hashtag death to dirt sheets. And since we're there, earmuffs, Vaughn, earmuffs. Fuck you, Dave Meltzer. Okay, that's for my man backstage. You know, he's a believer. I'm a believer. And Vaughn's a nice guy. So we got to watch our mouth around people that we respect like that. But he's here. He knows how I talk. So let's move on with the program. And we're going to talk about Miss Jade Cargill. I don't even think I said her name right. I really don't ever think I pronounced her name accurate, Vaughn. I really don't. I mean, don't write in the back that's how it's pronounced, because I'm still going to, you will spell it out. It's like spelling tomato and tomato. It's the same damn word, right? So I don't know if it's a Jade Cargill or Jade Cargill. I don't know. Okay. So we're going to talk about her. Is she going to WWE? Should she stay in AEW? And we're going to talk about something that's dear to my heart. I'm going to just say this. This is going to be my rant today. Look at my face. If you are not watching Star's TV show Heels, I want to question your wrestling card. Because if you dare sit up here and tell me you love Mickey Rourke's The Wrestler and you don't watch Heels, you are doing yourself a disservice as a wrestling fan. The show is phenomenal, and I don't think it gets enough hype, and I want to hype it up today. And of course, people, I know what you're all here for. Is The Rock going to be at WrestleMania? I mean, if you go back to Mike Knoxx's Talk Tick, I know it's called TikTok, but I like to call it a Talk Tick. If you go back there where I learned the gritty, but I can't, no matter what I do, gritty, it's okay. I can still outdance any of you, sitting or standing. I just can't gritty. Go figure, right? But I bet you can't do a real moonwalk. Anywho, shit, I can't no more either. I tried the other day, I told my daughter, moonwalk, you take some pop locking. Boy, I popped that knee and I almost cried. But still, I digress. We will talk about The Rock at WrestleMania this year and what he said on the Pat McAfee show, which, by the way, shout out to the 4-letter, because that man is cussing in broad daylight at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on ESPN, and it feels weird. Like, they cut the show for like 5 minutes because it was just so much language being talked about on the show. And I talked about it. I forgot about it. I got away from it. Fantasy word for the night, y'all. The Hart Foundation. That oldie but a goodie. The Hart Foundation, or Arn and Tully Blanchard. Let's talk about that. But first, let's just go ahead and do what we always do, Vaughn. Get the show started with the week in wrestling. And we're going to start with AEW right now, guys. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm just going to be honest, Vaughn. Can I be honest? How does it say it? If I could be serious for a moment. Could I be serious? Can I have your wrestling heart's ear right now, please? AEW ain't shit without CM Punk. I said it, okay? I said it. I'm just saying, don't come at me, bro. Or you can at me all you want to at Mike Knoxxx. You see all the handles down there. You can come at me on Unpopular Review. You see all the handles, okay? Not just your love handles, but the handles you can follow. We're not asking for, a handout. We're asking for a free like and a share, maybe, if you think we're entertaining. Hell, if you think we're boring, sure. Tell somebody, this man is boring. I guarantee you 10 people won't think that way, even if you do. Now, we are in this Dynamite AEW thing right now, Vaughn, and I'm just saying, like, my heart was ripped out. Like, y'all know how I feel about Kofi Kingston when he lost to Brock Lesnar. I walked away from the WWE. I know, right? Mike Knoxxx yeah, I did. I didn't watch their product, no lie, for like 3 months. Go back on that Stice, man. Go back on that. Anybody was aware with me back then? I did not watch it. I knew he was going to lose to Brock. It was, man, I knew it. Especially when I said, Brock Lesnar's coming back on the first night of Raw. He's going to take Kofi. It was how they beat the man in like 15 seconds. Y'all keep complaining about Bianca Belair. Listen, I love Bianca Belair. That wasn't shit. Okay? Kofi Kingston losing was fucked up. Okay? That was messed up. So I walked away. Now, I'm not close to walking away from AEW because I do think they still have some good things about their products that I like. But in the words of Eric Bischoff, which a lot of you people still live up to and like and value his opinion, and I'm one of those guys who is a like-minded of his opinion, I'm wondering how long AEW, he said 7 years, that he don't see them being around 7 years. I think that's a hell of a number, but he would know more about the wrestling business than I would ever know. I can talk what I know as a fan and the little bit of insight that I have from the people in the business, but he's been in the business for 30, 40 years. There's nothing, not just being in the business of wrestling, but just in news, television in general. I would never know more than Eric Bischoff. So I think that should be taken away more than just a pentagon of salt, by the way, which is why John Jones got suspended for steroids, for a pentagon of salt worth of steroids. And it's, sorry, different show, wrong rant. It didn't mean to amount of shit. He still beat you. That's why he was high. All about them cakes, Daniel Cormier. But we're talking AEW and Eric Bischoff saying 7 years. I don't know if it got that long. I think it does, if not longer. But it's just really hard with the inconsistencies that they have, right? Let's talk about the good. There's the good, the bad, and AEW has a lot of ugly. Okay? And no, we're not talking about Nyla Rose. See, y'all were trying to pull me in. But you can't, because I'm going to step back out, okay? But we're talking about the best thing AEW got going on right now is Roderick Strong. Hands down. The neck brace is hilarious. Samoa Joe and that whole thing is hilarious. The LaSex guys, okay, been there, done that. I'm okay. Adam Page, Hangman Page, I'm talking like Brian Cage when he comes out like Warlock from the Powers of Pain, but he does moonsaults, right? And then no matter what, John Moxley's going to bleed every show. I'm going to say it every time. So somebody tweets this man, or to his wife, Renee Burkett, tells me I'm wrong. They are into some freaky ass shit because that man bleeds every single time he wrestles. Okay? I love my wife. I know my wife loved me. 20 years this Wednesday. Fuck with it. I'm going to stop. Thank you for your, go ahead. You can put all the thank yous in the chat. I know. 20 years. Some of y'all can't keep a dog, let alone your pair of sneakers clean for 20 days. I've been married for 20 years. Fuck with it, okay? But what the hell are they doing in their relationship that I know I cannot come home every time I go to work? There's a new scar on my face. Because this ain't 1977. This ain't even 1989. Anyway, I fucks with you, Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, whatever you want to be called. I've been a fan of yours since CZW. But Dan, you would think you get to a point. Like, there's a point in this thing I do every day, right? That we all do. We all go to work. We all search for the better career life. It's to do a better life. Once you have a better life, why do they get bored? Maybe because they've had the life on. They can, and I don't want to bring Vaughn on air tonight, guys, because he's a Cowboy fan, okay? All right. He acts like his team's the only team that's 2-0. Okay. A lot of teams are 2-0. I'm going to name a team that's 2-0. That means that don't mean shit because you're 2-0. The Atlanta Falcons are 2-0. I'm just going to say that right there. So anybody called in the best team in football? No. But the Dallas Cowboys are. Whatever. Anyway, talking wrestling. Stop it, Vaughn. Right? But Big Bill coming out with my man, the Pebble himself, okay? He could be going against John Moxley. Not Big Bill. I mean, hell, just call that man Buck and say he likes to fuck, okay? That's what his name should be. Roman is a cowboy. Roman is the Cowboys of wrestling. Boy, if you don't stop that nonsensical, boy, if you don't get that good dog shit off my screen, please. Thank you. Then we got the match between Nyla Rose and the Britt Baker and Tony Storm, where Tony Storm won that match. And Don Callis, listen, what's his boy? Tahashi, whatever his name is. He ain't cutting it, y'all. He just ain't cutting it. Like, I'm sorry, people. Y'all can sit here all y'all want to and proclaim wrestling to me. And you can hate WWE's product. You have entitled to it. Sometimes I hate their product, okay? But you cannot sit here and tell me that shit's entertaining other than what you like inside the square circle because their storyline is ass. Big Tom ass. Everybody wants to say mid. Now, mid is mid for a reason, right? That means it's not as high as it could be. It's a little mid. No. That shit with Don Callis is out though. Straight garbage. Y'all watched Training Day, right? This is a shitty Don. It's garbage. That's what that is. That's garbage. Is what Don Callis is doing right now. If he just had that tremendous high, you know what I mean? With what he was doing with Kenny Omega and all that stuff. This is just stupid. But they're doing the best thing in AEW right now. We're gonna move on. I talk too much about AEW. That's a shame. I've never talked. I have, but this ain't an AEW show. Roderick Strong launches to Samoa Joe. Best thing in AEW right now. Best thing, hands down, it is. Don Callis, sorry. Don Callis. There we go. Thank you. Monday Night Raw. Something good to talk about, all right? Why is it something good to talk about? Because that man right there, the Emmy-winning Jey Uso, because he ain't the Oscar-winning, y'all. I'm going to demote his ass. How about that? Everybody want to give Jey Uso, which I love. I'm a fan, by the way, but I like hating on people because I'm your fan's favorite fan and your hater's favorite hater. And I'm hating on all y'all who all of a sudden want to like Jey Uso away from his brother Jimmy. One without the other. It's like Voltron. You can't form their head. They gotta be together. This is having a bloodline fight each other, people. What's wrong with y'all? My brothers Usos back together. It's like Pacific Rim. You can't control the robot by yourself. Okay? When he says, oh, come on, man. Preach to him, Mike. I'm preaching right now, Vaughn. I'm out here preaching. Give me back my Usos. Okay? Give me back my Usos. But this man is over as hell. Now, I never thought in a million years that this man would be the way that crowd thumps. But listen, he comes out because we all know Sammy. Both of these guys are really hurt, honestly, between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. They're just using a lot of time between them to get things going. But he gets into a match, makes a mistake and super kicks him, and all of a sudden he's saying to him, oh, you back for your bloodline things. Listen, the art of storytelling is the topic really for today's show. Then we got this man, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, just repeatedly keeps putting his hands on Dirty Dominic. Yeah, Dirty Dominic. Why you keep messing with Dirty Dominic? What do you do to you, man? Huh? That storyline's going to continue forever. But here's the best thing about Raw, y'all. Rhea Ripley. Y'all know who y'all call her in those chats, Rhea Thickly. You know what I mean? You guys are purrs, by the way. Okay? She has a mother. Okay? But she's going against Miguel Rodriguez. And why? She just wrestled her. But hey, that's wrestling. They're going to do it again. But I know why. Because Nia Jax is back. And I'm going to tell you how we should have known when we saw Nia Jax what we saw later in the week of why that person was back too. Because Nia Jax is back means somebody threw in a Hail Mary for her. I'm just saying. But I'm saying this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fans. Yeah! Holla if you hear me. Okay? Now, what's going on in these chats? What'd you say? I'm a perv, bro. See, it's okay. Rhea Thickly. You know what I mean? I get it. I know what y'all saying. Nia is thicker than Rhea. Just saying. Now, there you go, George. Being factual. That is factual. Nia Jax is thicker than Rhea Thickly. She just thick in some of the other places. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter how you like I know my man Phil, I'm using him as an example, right? He don't like white meat. I love the white meat on my chicken. He's a thigh dark meat man, right? So either way, if we hungry, right? If we want to eat, I'm gonna eat the dark meat if that's all I got. He gonna eat the breast, that's all he got. That's all I'm saying. Can't go wrong with either one of them. The beauty of the Beauty and the Beast is back in the building. That's all I know when it comes to Nia Jax. Okay? Let the Usos eat apart for each. Man, no. First of all, wish I had my sunglasses. Don't address me. My mama told me when you talk to me, you take off your hat and your sunglasses. And right now, the sunglasses on. What's up, my man Phil? Okay? I mean all the chicken, bro. I mean all the chicken. Look, there go Dice right there. Nia Jax looks amazing. See, that man to him, Nia Jax is a bucket of KFC mixed with some Popeyes. And if you know what I'm talking about, a good piece of some fresh Royal Farms. Okay? Moving on, people. Stop. I got to go on the show. I want to talk about this all day. I don't want to talk about this all day because I got some talk about y'all. The art of storytelling. This was beautiful, y'all. Raw was beautiful. I love the story they told on Raw because it rolled right into NXT. Now, something big had to happen on NXT if Mike's talking about NXT. I don't do NXT. NXT comes on Tuesday nights at 10:10 here on the Unpopular Review Networks, where you have Bad Guy Jack, the wrestling dog, or some sort of combination of those two and somebody talking NXT. And they talked it last week, but I thought it was a big enough news to talk this week because this is coming up. You're going to have Dirty Dominic going against Carmelo Hayes. But then you had the reason why I came up with Fantasy Warfare today, Vaughn, was because I am a huge mark for the Creed brothers. I am a huge mark for the Creed brothers. I cannot get over that. Moxley didn't bleed when he won the title for Orange Cassidy. Big ass surprise there. Did he? I may have missed that match because CM Punk's gone. CM Punk's gone, bro. So like my heart is kind of, CM Punk's gone. So I'm just saying. Look in my eyes. What do you see? Mike Knoxxx is fucking pissed off the T. That's all I'm saying. All right, now, moving on. The Creed brothers win. Here it is right here, right? I like Braun Breaker. I want to get to love Braun Breaker. I'm a huge mark for Baron Corbin. Long Wolf Baron Corbin. That's how everybody talks about. To me, Baron Corbin's that Swift Army Knights of professional wrestling. He's a Miz type guy, which means you can plug him in anywhere and he's going to work. He's just a good worker. He's just good at whatever shit they give him to go out there and work with. He just does it. I don't like this. It's been going on too long. I know wrestling rivalries are supposed to go on for long times, but they're okay to go on for a year, 2 years, 3 years. I mean, their whole lifetime of a wrestling promotion. They can go on and have that rivalry if the matches are meaningful. And that when they have meaningful matches, they mean something. The art of storytelling isn't being told too well in this one. Hence how I'm setting you up, Mrs. Buttercup, just to build you up to let you down. Okay? Now, this guy, Djokovic, and Trash Lee. I said it. You can do it. I called him that. And it's not because personally, I think Wesley's a great dude. Trying to get him on the program. All right? But I'm just saying, how he is constructed right now, he is Trash Lee. And for every wrestling man fan out there in dirt sheet talking about that bullshit, this is why we say hashtag. Everybody say it with me. Death to dirt sheets. he's going to go join the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. I'm sorry, what? Do you not see Carmelo Hayes on this roster? Do you not see Trick Williams on this roster? Zero Lee Slanton. What? Zero Wesley Slander. I met him at WrestleMania. Listen here, man. I'm not slandering the man. Remember how I can separate my Phil Brooks from my CM Punk? I know how to separate the man from the character. The character Wesley is getting all kind of slander right now. Okay, Trash Lee don't get the job done. Okay, that's just what it is. Dirty Dom came and took his title, and he's been lost ever since. Okay, let's just call it a spade. If you're not to play spades, people, a spade. Don't fuck with it. I play spades too, getting that ass like a gerbil. No Jerry Pinacoli. But that happened. Holy, a host of facts, Batman. The man, which I hate that moniker. I liked when she was big time Bex. Becky Lynch goes to NXT, and I could have been there, and I didn't go, and she wins the title. Now, when this was set up, I thought, nah, she's not going to win the title, but the art of storytelling. They told you for the last 2 weeks what was kind of going on and how she was not a grand, what they call it, Vaughn, Grand Slam champion, which I personally think is overblown. Too many wrestling fans think about that stuff. They can put that for their books. I've always admired wrestling, WWE especially, for always trying to make things matter. But if you want to make something matter and matter for a long time, you could have kept the Undertaker streak alive. That's a streak that wrestling fans cared about. No one really cares about these Grand Slam Becks and these Grand Slam Sasha. It sounds good. It doesn't stop her from being who she is, whether she has this title or not. I think this does Tiffany Stratton at disservice. It's built up for Tiffany Stratton to come back again to art of storytelling to beat Grand Slam Beck. Excuse me. So that was NXT. And then we got to why all this is possible. Y'all can sit here and thank Stone Cold Steve Austin all you want to. I can't hate on Steve. Even when I try to hate on Steve Austin, I can't. I just can't. I mean, he's not my guy. You know what I'm saying? That's your guy, Vaughn, maybe. No, I don't think that's Vaughn's guy, but he may be your guy. He's not my guy. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the insights to do it. That's my guy.
Just bring it, bitch.
You know, that's my guy. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Jonathan, Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, Cena. That's my guy. Okay? Yeah. But when SmackDown, when we were in, okay, I'm a backtrack, Vaughn. I'm a backtrack. Let me backtrack. And let me just listen to this.
Thousands of people that is a massive reason why I assume that you haven't been able to give back as much as like all the WWE fans have been looking for.
Back to WWE and wrestling a match, it always comes down to the reason why and what can we create that's never been done before for the fans.
They're not talking about my bloodline.
No.
They're not talking about Connor's bloodline.
Definitely not.
Ty's definitely not.
Nope.
Tones, no. AJ Hawk's bloodline runs real deep. They're not talking about, they were talking about your bloodline. So that story was a big one. The Rock and Roman, SoFi, LA. How close? Did that ever, and was that close?
All right, so the Rock headlining WrestleMania with Roman Reigns.
Oh, if you didn't see it, because somebody might have typed it incorrectly, we're going to finish that part later. But SmackDown took place when Mr. One comes out. Mr. comes out and says, oh, we're in the people's country. Oh, I'm sorry. What did Pat McAfee say? The people's country. I knew he was in the building. They were an hour away. He said they took the red-eyed Jedi down. But open with these two because not only was I once in a lifetime, which turned into twice in a lifetime, I know. But the first one was built to be amazing. You had a SmackDown, people, that had The Rock, that had John Cena appear on it together amidst other stars, and they got involved. SmackDown, hands down, show of the week. You got Pat McAfee coming out. You got A-Town Down coming out. Listen, I try to tell you guys, as this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan, how do you know? Here it is, guys, the art of storytelling. But this we're going to go a step further. So it might be a little bit, a higher class for some of you guys out there. Okay, this is remedial storytelling right now. I'm going to tell you, this is just straight business 101 for the WWE. When they give you a microphone repeatedly, and they give you said microphone repeatedly to go out there and go against legends and talk to legends and get worked by legends and work with a legend, they believe it. Yeah! Just saying, because that guy, you didn't see him with a legend on Friday. I'm just saying, I digress. But he comes down, The Rock lays the people's elbow down on him. Look at him, look at it. Look at The Rock just looking all rocky. Look at The Rock just looking. My son tried to call him Dwayne. You can't call him Dwayne. What is wrong with you? My son is 16. He's been paying attention to wrestling for, 12 years. Get out of here. All right, maybe 15 of his 12 years. He's been a wrestling fan his whole life. But still, you can't call him Dwayne. His name is The Rock. Look at The Rock looking all rocky. No mountains included. Then on SmackDown, we got Lost Del Phantasm. Please, can he turn on Ray? This is him turning on Ray soon, please. The gumbo's in the pot. All right, people. Please put more in there than just crawfish and shrimp. Throw some sausage. You know what I mean? Throw some corn, some beans, and do something. Make the gumbo. But speaking of this guy, he goes against The Miz again, and he wins this time. But then you're like, right here. Oscar and them do their thing against Bayley. John Cena going against Jimmy Uso. What's up with Jimmy Uso and the bloodline? That's the bigger story as the art of storytelling continues, people. And listen, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and give you right here, right now, the week in wrestling. And then we're going to talk about said art of storytelling. The Rock, WrestleMania, Jade Cargill, Fantasy Warfare. We'll be right back, y'all.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Hello there, everyone. This is King Von Jr. of the Victorious Ones podcast on Perfect Plex Talk Radio, here to give you the week in wrestling history. On September 18th, 2011, WWE Night of Champions took place at the first Niagara Center in Buffalo, New York. And so that night, we saw two world title changes as Mark Henry defeated Randy Orton and John Cena defeated Alberto Del Rio, respectively, for the World Heavyweight Championships and WWE Championships. On September 19th, 1993, WCW presented Fall Brawl from Houston, Texas. And so of course, this is the night, of course, the debut of Shockmaster as part of Sting's War Games team alongside Davey Boy Smith and Dustin Rhodes as they defeated Sid Vicious, Vader, and Harlem Heat. And so of course, Ravishing Rick Rude defeated Ric Flair to win a short-lived WCW International World Heavyweight Championship in the first of those. And of course, in the second, recent debut, Nasty Boys defeated Arn Anderson and Paul Roman for the WCW Tag Team titles. September 20th, 1993, in Nagoya, Japan, Shinya Hashimoto ended Great Muda's 400-day IWGP Heavyweight Championship reign. At the time, it was the longest reign in the title in the history of the championship. On the same day in 1997, one night only at Birmingham, England, Shawn Michaels won the European Championship as he defeated Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, in a very shocking fashion in front of Bulldog's fellow countrymen. On the same day in 2015, Night of Champions took place, and main event saw Seth Rollins defeat Sting to retain the WWE Championship. And of course, during that match, that was when Sting had the injury, which forced him to retire, and we weren't able to see Sting versus Undertaker, WrestleMania 32. And on the same night, Charlotte Flair defeated Nikki Bella to win the WWE Women's Championship. September 21st, 1999, on a SmackDown taping in Dallas, the Rock Sock Connection defeated New Age Outlaws to win the WWE Tag Team titles. And of course, September 22nd, 1996, in your house, Mind Games took place in Philadelphia. Shawn Michaels defeated Mankind by disqualification. It was definitely one of Mick Foley's greatest matches of his entire career. On the same day in 2002, Unforgiven took place in the Staples Center in Los Angeles. In the main event, we saw Undertaker and Brock Lesnar in a double DQ. Double DQ DQ match, double DQ decision. But as far as notable birthdays, September 19th, Mae Young turns 38. September 20th, Arn Anderson turns 65. On September 21st, Ricky Morton turns 67. That's your weekend wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, 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 it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Always holding me down. That's my guy. Listen, guys, we're going to talk about this right here, right now. Fantasy Warfare. Rules to this match is very simple. Comment below. Let me know. Go to the Twitter. Please comment at Mike Knoxxx with 3 X's, at Pop Review, at the Mike Knoxxx Show. Winner takes all, 2 out of 3 falls. Now, you can put this rendition of how you want to put it. That is fair and where I would put it. All right. The reason why I don't have J.J. Dillon in here with them is because, honestly, I think they were better off with Bobby the Brain Heenan because I think Bobby the Brain Heenan is a better manager than J.J. Dillon. But Fantasy Warfare, how do you see it? How do you see it winning? You got Arn and Tully, both friends of the program, versus the Hart Foundation. The best there is, the best of us, ever best ever will be. And probably, honestly, guys, I hate to use the term sidekick, but I know wrestling fans, we use lesser words just to make it easier understanding. But I would think, honestly, that Jim the Anvil Neidhart to me is the best sidekick as a tag team I've ever seen, where to me, without him, there's no less off. I look at I look at Street Profits for a reason. A lot of people say D'Angelo is that weak link, right? I didn't see in those times people saying the Anvil was a weak link, and no one has ever said Tully or Arn was a weak link. If you love FTR, which I do, you love Tully and Arn Anderson, the Brain Busters, the 4 Horsemen, however you want to put it. But comment below, let us know who you got in this match between these two. So that's Fantasy Warfare. And we're gonna talk about Jade first. Let's talk about Jade first. I know you're still here for all this. We're gonna talk about Miss Jade Cargill right now. Just look at it. Miss the queen of cosplay, right? Ain't that what everybody call her? Jade Cargill made big business news happen. It's all around the wrestling world. This is when dirt sheets actually get it right? It's when everybody's saying the exact same thing that's what's going to happen. That's what I'm saying. What you said? I can't pick this one, bro. Both are my favorites. You know what? If I had to pick one, I'm going to go with the Hart Foundation because I just think Anvil's power lends them to winning that. That's just me. Comment below. Let me know. But Jade Cargill is that chick. Here's the thing I have about her, though. I think she still needs more work. I got to be fair. She has the look. She had everything it takes to be a WWE superstar. They had her and didn't keep her. They've done that before. Look at MJF. But right now, she is on fire. People love her. Most importantly, listen to what I just said. People love her. She has a look. She just needs some fine tuning, if you will, right? She's like a bottle of wine you go get from Target versus a bottle of wine you go get from the back of the wine cellar. Hey, they both gonna do the job, right? You're gonna get blizzed either way. But one might have a little bit better taste to it. And that's what she needs. She has a little bit more taste to it. She got the money. She has the look. She has the apparel. She looks like she wants to be a superstar. I think WWE can make her a superstar. That's my take in that. As Vaughn comes in with the Hart Foundation as well. George, I'm now a huge fan of Jade Cargill. I wasn't also a huge fan of hers. I think she, again, needs work. I don't like watching women wrestlers count their steps, or any wrestler for that matter, count their steps. And sometimes when I watch her, I see her count her steps. But this is why I love her. This is why, to me, she's on fire. Willing to step out and go the extra mile. The cosplay, that means she's in tune with anime, which this world loves today. I don't know why you love it, but you do. Okay? And she's with comic books. She's with video gaming. She loves these things, and she's open to telling you how bad she wants to be Storm. You know what I mean? Bro, I hate when they count their steps. It's annoying. Grand Body P, make sure you check out the longest running show on the BSR network next to the Mike Knoxxx Show right there. Hip hop in the UK, slamming in your city, repping for your city. doing what they're doing, nothing but hip hop at its finest. Jade Cargill has a mean chokeslam. I'm a fan from day 18. See, I'm probably a fan from day 23 or 18 is my favorite number. Okay, but this look she has, to me, it's phenomenal. I think it's incredible. I think she has all the tools it takes to be a wrestler, a great superstar. Remember, the art of storytelling must follow that. And in that art of storytelling that's following that, the company has to back you up in that. So look at the people. Go through the forbidden door, right? Go to WWE. Let them be that company for you, right? I think she can do that. Will she do that, though? That's the bigger part, right? Because she has it. You see it right there. So where do you want to see Jade Cargill go? You want to see her go to WWE or you want to see her go to AEW? Comment below. Let me know. I think, personally, she needs to leave AEW. AEW gave her the ability to be in front of big crowds and practice her craft, which sometimes, unfortunately, being in the performance center, being in front of that camera in that small room, you kind of don't get it. You don't understand it necessarily. You have to go out there and take chances to be embarrassed and do things like that. You know, improv classes, all those kind of things help you to be quick on your feet and be witty. Okay, those are the things I think people need. DC chimes in. If she's really gone, huge loss for AEW. I wouldn't have let her go. I think she is a huge loss if she does go. Bad guy Jack says she has the potential. Keep her in NXT for 6 months to a year. No need to rush her. She could be huge in NXT, Jack. I hope you guys discuss that tomorrow on the NXT show because I think she could really. That can take her another level. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Quiet Storm Vaughn, good name there. Yeah, he's been calling that all day. What'd you say there? Take your time with her. Yeah, absolutely. Got to work with that. Dennis chimes in. If she wants megastar, go to WE and learn. I agree with that as well. Phil chimes in. She never won the big title though. She ended up being a footnote, but that's because the art of storytelling and the art of booking in AEW does not lend itself to black talent. Okay, I'm gonna say this: if George Bush doesn't like black people, Tony Khan does not know how to book black people. That's a tweet. Tony Khan, come on this show and tell me I'm wrong. Okay, Tony Khan does not know how to book black talent. Okay, he's dropped the ball with her. He's dropped the ball consistently with Scorpio Sky. He's dropped the ball. He's dropping the ball with Ricky Starks, although I think Ricky Starks is a mix. It's mixed like Patrick Mahomes boy. Okay, and he completely dropped the ball with Powerhouse Hobbs. Okay, those are his biggest black stars. Swerve, is Swerve really getting over? Swerve's getting more attention than all of them. But it's Swerve Strickland, other than his wrestling ability, is he someone out there you're actually checking for? I know people, men, I know men can all be purrs, but men will stop what they're doing if you tell them, yo, Jade Cargill's on TV. Point blank. In the world we live in, women are stopping to look at her just as much. Okay. Jade Cargill needs to go to WWE as Popsy helping her with her ring skills. I think she needs it. Sonny Kiss left too, and Brian Pillman Jr. also. I think, which you fit in the program, Brian Pillman Jr. We already know where the rumors are he's headed to go to. Again, depth to dirt sheets, I don't know for sure, but all signs point, hopefully they sign him there in NXT. I think with his name and what they could do with that mullet, he could do some big things in there. Just my opinion. DC also chimes back in. Sad but true. Scorpio Sky and Pretty Ricky Hobbs. That's just what they are. Toph chimes in. Happy belated birthday. Nah, he didn't drop the ball with Jade. They literally made the TBS title for her, and she was a hell of a project. I cannot agree with you at all on this one. That's fine. But there are millions of other black contingent would tell you they dropped the ball with her. They didn't make that title for her. They made that title because he has a TV show that he has to answer to. Okay? It's called TBS. That's why Jade Cargill was a champion. Because it wasn't because they made the belt for her. That belt was made. They don't have many hers. You can't give everything to Britt Baker. Look what they're doing now. They're just not getting Toni Storm back on her feet the right way. Their women's division in AEW is not the best to go streaming at. Thank God they got Chris Statlander back. She's the best woman in the company, in my opinion. Okay, size, look, and everything. Her character to me, she reminds me of a misfit. But Jade Cargill, she's that girl, and we're gonna find out soon where she's going. Now, let's get back into this if we can. The Rock had some things to say. So, hey, Rocky, What's going on?
And was that close?
All right, so the Rock headlining WrestleMania with Roman Reigns, SoFi Stadium, that was locked. All thought was, okay, let's not do something good, let's not do something great, let's do something unprecedented. And it was in what can we create for the fans that has never been done before. A match, great. Roman, incredible athlete. He's going to be on Mount Rushmore.
Super handsome.
Right? Super handsome, good dude. My cousin, family, amazing. We can have the match, but the bigger thought was, what can we do for the fans in this business that we love that will, where WrestleMania isn't the end of something, it's actually the beginning of something bigger. Eventually that will happen. There's WrestleMania in Philadelphia.
Whoa.
That's the eyebrow. What are you saying?
I'm saying that that's a potential too. So I'm open.
And people, The Rock. Before The Rock on Young Rock, King Vaughn, saying, that's my cousin Roman. And one day, well, that's a match we saved for WrestleMania. Michael Smith, hey, welcome to the party. What you the one telling me to stop saying Rocky and Roman would happen one day? Oh, God, let it go. And I said to you, my friend, Mr. Voiceover Specialist, until we all say no taker and staying, as long as that went on, I'm going to continue screaming from the top of my lungs like I can say without a shadow of a doubt that Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler. All time. That Rock and Roman is where it all needs to be. The real tribal chief. Do you not see why I picked this picture today, people? Where's my shit at? Where's my shit at? Look at that picture. Look at our tribal chief. Because I love Roman. I'm a Roman Mark. Look at the cheesy look. You looking at him. Hey, cousin. Thank you. Can I be the leader of our bloodline, please? That's our tribal chief. But let's talk about it, people. Let's just talk about it. Storytelling is a interactive form of art that involves words. Oh my God. Are you telling me that storytelling involves someone actually talking and telling? Okay, I'm just going to read the definition. I'm sorry. Let me go back and pull it back. Involves words and actions to be disclosed, the images and the elements of a story while encouraging the audience imagination. It is an art form that holds a place in every society and culture. Wrestling is the ultimate storytelling. And right here, this shit writes itself. Okay? In the words of that peon from 313, because I'm 313, boops, it's the mask. One of my favorite movies, Four Brothers. I like how you think. Did I not say to y'all, this was supposed to happen? This is supposed to happen the first time in Los Angeles before the pandemic. That's why I bought them damn tickets so damn early. That's we all could afford WrestleMania. You hear me, Vince? You hear me, people that be? That's what we could all afford WrestleMania. Not WrestleMania, it costs more than the goddamn Super Bowl. All right? So listen, for all y'all that want to go to WrestleMania, I want to go to WrestleMania too. But if not, I'm going to be in the city. And we're going to throw a party that's just as big. Well, that's a lie. But we're going to be partying WrestleMania with them in spirit. So come on down to Death Row. We got y'all. Stay tuned for news coming soon. But look how the tribal chief looks at Big Cuz. Like, I want to be just like you one day. Look at his face. I just zoom in on it, y'all. Look at his face. Look at that face right there. That's a face only a cousin can love. Said no one other than Mike Knoxxx. That's not the truth. Roman Reigns is a sexy beast. Let's get it real. The Rock is a sexy beast. The only man, my wife comes out of her room to see other than her man when he's on TV is Dwayne. Okay? All right, maybe Michael B. Jordan on back day, but that's it. Okay? Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Listen to this, y'all. Is Philadelphia a possibility? And first of all, people, I want to know who's calling it WrestleMania XL. Because the Roman numeral for XL is 50. So I don't know where we're getting the extra large WrestleMania from. So I wanted to post that picture. But can we get this art of storytelling here? We gotta get it, right? Y'all all want this bullshit upon my screen right now. Jimmy Uso versus Jay Uso. Y'all want to see this nonsense? Okay? This is breaking my heart. My achy, breaky heart, Vaughn, seeing these guys fight. It is. But the question is, will Triple H book it? Does Triple H have a choice in booking this, Vaughn? The Rock openly said, you know what, Vaughn, if you don't mind, it is the Mike Knoxxx show. And I think you're one of the few people that actually said to me, you've had it be Perfect Plex, you've had it be this name, that name. Man, if you don't just name that show Mike Knoxxx. I've had so many names. So since it's the Mike Knoxxx show with the power of the people behind me, because without you guys, I wouldn't be here. So I thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, and all that good stuff and being with me, whether you agree with me or disagree with me. It's all entertainment. Okay. So, Vaughn, I'm going to play it one more time.
Thousands of people. That is a massive reason why I assume that you haven't been able to give back as much as like all the WWE fans have been looking for.
Back to WWE and wrestling a match always comes down to the reason why and what can we create that's never been done before for the fans.
They're not talking about my bloodline.
No.
They're not talking about Connor's bloodline.
Definitely not.
Ty's definitely not.
Nope.
Tones, no. AJ Hawk's bloodline runs real deep. They're not talking about, they were talking about your bloodline. So that story was a big one. The Rock and Roman, SoFi, LA. How close? Did that ever, and was that close?
All right, so the Rock headlining WrestleMania with Roman Reigns, SoFi Stadium, that was locked. The thought was, okay, let's not do something good, let's not do something great, let's do something unprecedented. And it was in what can we create for the fans that has never been done before. A match, great. Roman, incredible athlete. He's going to be on Mount Rushmore.
Super handsome.
Right? Super handsome, good dude. My cousin, family, amazing. We can have the match, but the bigger thought was, what can we do for the fans in this business that we love that will, where WrestleMania isn't the end of something, it's actually the beginning of something bigger. Eventually that will happen. There's WrestleMania in Philadelphia.
Whoa.
Lift the eyebrow.
Yeah.
Whoa. What are you saying?
I'm saying that that's a potential too.
Oh, and thank you. And those who are joining the program, if my mic is busting up or doing that, please, I apologize. I am waiting for my new microphone in the mail. I'm using my son's microphone, which, as I buy my teenagers things, that I'm buying them the most expensive things, they're going to break them. So that thing's a pretty good microphone. I know, but I'm probably yelling. It does probably break the microphone. So this is for y'all who couldn't hear.
Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I'm just saying. But F COVID, I was going to the original Soul Free Fighter Mania that was canceled too. Listen, bro, I had my tickets. I still got what do you call them, vouchers from airlines that I can never use because, damn it, I got dirt cheap airline tickets to go to LA when I got the whole family to go for like $700. So when they give me a $700 voucher back, that's one way on American Airlines. My wife and I can't even go nowhere together. It's like a one-person, one-way trip ticket on American Airlines because that's how dirt cheap I thought I was being smart. Oh, this ain't gonna last. The pandemic's gonna be about 2 months. I mean, one thing I think is how cheap. I should have known then anything that cheap ain't right. And look what happened. They canceled WrestleMania, but I've been saying it and saying it and saying it. That is the only storyline that matters. I like what I saw. One of the questions was night one, Rock versus Roman, which I don't know if that'd be Rock one, night 1 or 2, but I like the storytelling in that of you saying night 2, whatever, if Rock wins, Cody gets a shot. But I just going to say this to you as well, Jeffrey. I'm a stand by this. Cody's not beating Roman. Cody's there to win the world championship, which is what Seth has, or unless somebody else gets it, he beats them for it. He's not beating Roman. In my opinion, that's not going to happen. But again, people, storytelling is the interactive form of art that involves words and actions to disclose the image and the elements of a story while encouraging the audience's imagination. It is an art form that holds a piece in every single society and culture. Rock and Roman must happen. We must look at that face. Come on, can we deny that face? Look at that face. Can we deny that face? Give Roman what he wants. Give the people what they want. Give Mike Knoxxx what he wants. How about that? Right? This is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. And I'm an intelligent wrestling fan. And I'm also a mark. Shout out to the wrestling marks of excellence. Dr. D, nephew Corey, belt emperor himself with another new belt today. Shout out to the crew, the Belt King. Shout out to everybody who loves wrestling as much as I love wrestling and all the Facebook groups I'm a part of. Yup Wrestling, the Jobber Tears podcast, the DMV group, Wrestling Center in the UK. Okay, wrestling fans, shout out to everybody who's been a part of the Mike Knoxxx show and has let me debut or, play my show on their pages. I really appreciate that, and I love you for that. Okay, thank you. But people, this is what we want. Give me what I want. Right? Ain't that Batista? Give it to me. We need it. The definition of a storytelling. Sent that to Tony Khan, please and thank you. And for every single AEW fan here that thinks I do not know AEW and I do not discuss it very well. I don't watch any form of wrestling, including WWE, and talk about it, rather. Not watch, but give you my opinions from just a perspective of a fan standpoint. It's fan in here because fan is what short for fanatic. Fanatic just means crazy. We're all crazy. I'm your fan, your fan's biggest fan and your hater's favorite hater because every fan has some hate inside of them. Okay? But this man's an AEW guy more than WWE. And he's saying the same thing. Tony Khan cannot book things. That is their only downfall. Once they hit that stride and fix that, like what they did with MJF and Adam Cole, that's storytelling. There's some other ones out there they've done that just can't come to mind right now because they're so far in between. Sometimes with them, and they just throw stuff out there. You just don't know what they're doing. And George, I did see a mention about AEW is being sued by CM Punk. My thoughts on that is that I do feel that for once, first of all, your history follows you wherever you go. That's not going to change, right? So CM Punk has history of being what he is. Right? Where there's smoke, there's fire. So there's no more, oh, that's not true. That's not true. Well, we still don't know if it's true, but it's science that shows that it's true. However, with that still being said, if you listen to the story, was he in a uncomfortable, safe work environment? When you got half the lot, you brought him back with the intention that everyone was here on board, at least part of the roster. So you split up the roster in two shows. That's why you have Dynamite and you have Collision. Gave him his own belt that the one champion never spoke about to the other champion, which I told you from the beginning I didn't understand it. Okay. Then you put him here, a guy, yet again, it's like messing with Mike Knoxxx. Right? You know how to poke the bear. You kept poking the bear. He said something. The young guy didn't take it very well, and an altercation happened. But he could have been the guinea pig for all that. We don't know. But what I do know is that wrestling fans, you are not watching the TV show Hills, and I want to know why. Okay? Hills is one of the best shows on television. I don't want to give nothing away, Vaughn, at all for those who didn't watch it this past week. But Hills is a really, really good show. Please go check this show out. Okay. My man, Oliver Queen, y'all know him if you know him from Green Arrow. This show, to me, if you're a wrestling fan, it just speaks. I was never the biggest fan of the wrestler, and mainly because it's sad to me to see that story, right? It's when I watch Dark Side of the Ring, I don't think it's educational to the sense for me because a lot of that stuff I know. I've heard it. I know it. So when I see that stuff on TV, to me, it's a bad light. It's like when someone shows me a TikTok video of brothers and sisters fighting at a gas station. I don't like that stuff. I don't share that kind of stuff. It puts us in a bad light. So I didn't want to watch the wrestler for that. I didn't enjoy the wrestler for that reason. I don't like Dark Side of the Ring that much because of that reason. It paints a bad light on something that I get a lot of enjoyment out of. Okay, yeah, I know the stuff that goes behind the scenes, but this show right here gives you all of that. It gives you entertainment. I'm sitting here watching the season finale this past week, Vaughn, and I had to tweet it out. I'm literally sitting there watching this show saying, like anticipating, oh my God, I can't remember that time I watched the show. And I'm in the middle of watching The Walking Dead with my daughter, right? And that's a lot. If you watch The Walking Dead, you know that's some crazy stuff. I can't remember me anticipating what's really going to happen next. Is Spade and his brothers going to shoot again and go off script for themselves, or what are they going to do here? And you saw my post, and people are saying it there. Oh, they did this. They should have happened. It's crazy. Where do you stand? It's like Civil War. Are you with Team Cap? Are you with Team Iron Man? Both was right. Cap was right. Cap did nothing wrong. But like Tony said, it doesn't matter. He killed my mom. You know what I mean? That's Hills to me. It's like it's got so much passion from the creators of Friday Night Lights. Anybody who know me know that is one of my all-time favorite TV shows is Friday Night Lights. The movie's one of my favorite sports movies of all time. I love it. Mike, you should do a review on Hills. I should. But you know what? I do so much around here, Charmaine. Sometimes that's why I wasn't here the last week or so. I just needed a break. So I apologize, guys, and I thank you if you come back and if we get the numbers where we're doing good. I cannot do this without you. Okay. I thank everybody for always being here, always commenting, always like, sharing, and subscribing to what we do here on Unpop Review and the Mike Knoxxx Show. About almost 3 years ago now, I joined this beautiful program with guys like Bad Guy Jack, the executive consultant, Vic, Ian, and the girls and the crew from the wrestling side to the entertainment side. And I've been, met with mixed reviews and mixed actions, but they've always let me be me. Okay, before there was a Pat McAfee, I'm gonna say it, there was a Mike Knoxxx. Okay, my idols are Jim Rome, Stephen A. Smith, and Dan Patrick. Those are my idols. And a local talent in Delaware by the name of Frank Nitty Radio, if you know anything about Delaware in the tri-state area. Those are my inspirations. And my inspiration from that is to always just tell the truth how I see it, whether you like it or not. It's no one's paying me. This is my honest opinions about how I feel. So whether you agree or you disagree, just comment below, let me know, and we can share in that thing we both love called wrestling. But again, guys, I want to dedicate this show. I have been doing BDSR Network and what I do around here now for going on 14 years. And for 14 years, my wife and my family has held me down while I do those things. And I just want to tell my wife of 20 years, this September 20th will be our 20th anniversary. And it has not always been peaches and cream, but it hasn't always been, whips and nightmares as well. I love you. Thank you for holding me down. Thank you for always believing in me when I don't even believe in myself. And a lot of times I don't believe in myself because I've gone through some ups and downs in this radio thing. I've had 500,000 views at one point to 50 views. It's been crazy. So I just want to thank my wife and every fan that has always supported me and supported us on what we do here. And I thank you for that. So happy anniversary, because I love. And shout out to my man, Phil was my best man in my wedding, because to me, he made my day a great day because I had my vows. He let me see him, and he threw them son bitches out the window and said, when you see her, say what comes to your heart. And all I know is when that doors of the church opened up, I was crying tears like my mama died. It was crazy. That woman looked so beautiful. And as I'm saying, he's awesome off the top like Nas, spitting from the dome, great vows. She's laughing. Because she said it was just so, she loved the moment, so she laughed. But listen, guys, with that being said, Rock WrestleMania 40. I believe it's going to happen. Like it should have happened at 39. At 38 and at 37. Okay, I'm arrived at Jade Cargill, in my opinion, should go to the WWE because they're the best in town when it comes to creating a character. And clearly Jade Cargill wants to be a character, and I think they can accentuate what she does best. Fantasy Warfare, the Hart Foundation of Tully, Blanchard, and Arn Anderson. And the Weekend Wrestling, comment below. Let us know what you think about it. Again, thank all you guys in the chat. All that good stuff. I appreciate you. Without you, I couldn't be here I could be here, but I'd be by myself. And that's the truth. Yeah! So listen, with that being said, we're going to get up out of here, guys. Do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. And don't like God, y'all. We are out of here. Fingers.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're all what you getting in. Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to the Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready?